Hello, it's Nikki. Welcome to part 3. Let's do this. Let me grab my notebook actually because I want you to get all of the good stuff. So, the words that I've written down for today's episode to play around with are intention, vibes, ethics, long-term decisions. Who are you? Sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? So in terms of buying decisions, let's go there first. I think many of us are consciously considering how we purchase, who we buy from, why we buy from them, what are they doing, what do they say on their website about themselves, are they actually the people who they say they are on their website, etc. I know for sure I am thinking about it all of the time. And actually, since we moved to this house 14 months ago, we are much more central now, and we actually shop quite differently, or certainly I do. And I've become really aware because now we have a food. This is a really boring story, I'm sorry, but we now have a food caddy for our food waste. Now that is something to take out to the bins on bin day, which incidentally was yesterday, I am really aware about how much food we not necessarily consume, but making sure that we don't waste food. And it's become much more of a conversation in our house. And so what I'm looking for in terms of purchasing, I'm not looking at deals necessarily or volume, unless I actually want the thing. I think so often, especially if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, and it was very much like, get more, buy this, get an extra thing, buy one, get one free, all of that sort of stuff. I really think consciously about, is this a good deal? Because if one of them goes in the bin, it's not a good deal. However, if I can put one in my freezer for later, I absolutely will. I think it's really important to think about not only how you buy in this situation, so go back to your 3 to 5 things that you're using as your case studies, but thinking about who you want to be as a business owner in the world. What is your intention here? I've seen a lot over the years of similar kind of marketing where people put like numbers on a whiteboard, or they just see people as part of the equation of like, okay, you're another person times whatever it is that you're paying. Great, I get my profits up for this month. And yes, of course, be conscious about knowing your numbers, knowing how many customers you need to bring in, etc. But we have to remember we're dealing with people much more. And certainly post-pandemic, there is a different conversation in other people's houses. The way that people spend, what they value, is very, very different. Certainly the conversations that are happening as well. So first and foremost, I want you to think about those purchases that you've recently bought and almost give yourself a little fact file about the kind of purchaser that you are. So what's important to you? For example, I now buy my porridge, or our family's porridge, from Marky Sparky, Marks and Spencer's, to give the formal name. The reason being, or I buy it from, well, we call it the pick and mix shop, but it has a different name to that, where you can kind of self-serve yourself and put it in, you don't have to have plastic or anything like that. Because currently, from what I've seen, Marks and Spencer's are the only supermarket on the market, and of course that may have changed today, but as of yesterday when I refilled all our porridge, they are the only brand to give porridge or sell their porridge in paper packaging. Everything else is plastic. Yes, it might be recyclable, but I like the idea of that paper thing. And so when I think about what's important as a purchaser, I think about value for money, for example. You can do all of this exercise, sustainable, recyclable, good ethics as a company. And then once you've got your list, think about how you can bring more of those qualities that you are attracted to anyway and bring it into your selling. And this will give you ideas for content, ideas for marketing, ideas about the way that you talk about things, maybe pages on your website. So if you are somebody that cares about people, then offer a connection point, offer a way that you can engage with something, offer a really great, excellent customer service process. There are so many things that you can do. I can't wait to hear what you take away from today. Let me know, as always. If you want to go deeper on this, go to my pricing and packaging course. It's in the money section of my website, nickyraby.com/money. And otherwise, if you want to work together, if you want to map all this down, if you want to meet for a coffee, we'll sit down, we'll do the whole thing, we'll do the strategy. Go to my Work With Me page as well, because then we can get booked in, we can have a chat and all that good stuff. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.